Shu spent 3 years in a career stall. After walking away from her dream of becoming an architect to take a stable but unfulfilling job as a general manager's assistant, she reached a point where she felt like she was losing at life. Her primary outlet is a high-end virtual reality murder mystery game. When she puts on the glasses, the modern world disappears, and she enters a cinematic 1920s-style city where her only objective is to win. Her main obstacle in this world is an NPC named Xiao Yi. He is played by Xiao Jiyu, a high-profile architect in the real world who uses the role of a ruthless commander to dominate every session and keep Shu from her goals. Xiao Jiyu uses the cold, untouchable commander persona to release the stress of the heavy secret he manages in his real-world firm. For both characters, the game serves as an emotional crutch. They use the virtual world to reclaim a sense of agency that they feel is missing in their actual lives. Inside the virtual city, they function as bitter rivals, spending their sessions trying to outmaneuver and defeat one another for control of the story. Their dynamic changes when Shu gets a job at Xiao Ziyu's architectural firm. Shortly after, a housing coincidence leads to Xiao renting a room in Shu's house. This creates immediate real-world tension. Their previous relationship as virtual enemies is suddenly buried under the strict rules of a boss and employee, as well as a landlord and tenant. Both characters rely on these professional roles to guard their personal vulnerabilities, maintaining distance in reality just as they did behind their game avatars. The constant oscillation between their digital schemes and their professional duties begins to erode the boundaries they initially established. The shift begins when Shu moves past her desire to win the game. She becomes focused on understanding the person behind the commander mask and the melancholy he displays in his quieter moments. Meanwhile, in the office, Xiao Jiyu recognizes Shu's talent for design. He begins pushing her to leave her assistant role behind and finally return to the architectural dreams she abandoned years ago. This diagram illustrates a stadium collapse from 20 years ago. The project was sabotaged by corporate negligence, but the blame was structurally funneled onto a single man, Xiao Jiyu's father. The alias Xiao Yi was never just a random name. It was a reference to a specific childhood memory Xiao Jiyu shared with his father before the scandal destroyed their family. Exposing the truth of the stadium scandal provides the context for Xiao's cold behavior. The shared understanding replaces their virtual rivalry with a mutual focus on navigating the real-world weight of his past. The situation escalates when a rival firm, led by Pei Zhen, attempts to expose Xiao Zhouyu's real identity. They leak the connection between his studio and the disgraced architect of the stadium disaster to the public. Shu chooses to stay with the firm rather than distance herself from the scandal. This decision effectively ends the professional distance that had defined their relationship up to that point. Their shared home becomes a war room. Late-night sessions dedicated to project designs replace their time spent in the murder mystery game, building a foundation of actual trust. The high-stakes coordination needed to save the firm forces their professional and personal interests into a single, unified focus. This combined effort results in a professional breakthrough as they successfully win the bid for the massive Lyman project. They uncover evidence of the original stadium's construction materials. Tracing the forged material orders through several shell companies proves widespread financial manipulation. This officially implicates Pei Kanghua for the collapse, clearing Xiao Jiyu's father's name after 2 decades. By the end of the journey, Shu has established herself as a lead designer, while Xiao Jiyu has moved past the need for an assumed name or a virtual world to find peace. The story of these 2 characters shows that while escapism offers temporary relief, lasting success is only achieved when you find a partner willing to help you face the reality you are trying to hide from.